Hey guys, hello everybody, your girl Onana here, and today we have a very important topic to address. So I'm happy we have one person here already. Let us know your name and where you're watching us from. Please tell us in the comment section below. Hello there. All right, so I'm just starting. We have a topic to discuss, and I've been writing down a few points. So let's get this ball rolling. Let's start immediately. Hello there, thanks for joining us. Your girl Onana here. Thanks for coming. And today we have some important topics to discuss. Thanks for joining. Let us know your name and where you're watching us from. See, I'm dancing to invisible music in my head. Woo! Hola, hola. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Soyez la bienvenue. Tell me where you guys are watching from so I can give you some shout outs. Hi, Anne Crane. Hello, first time. Angie from Maryland. Oh, hi to you, Angie. How's Maryland today? Girl, we have to just address this topic. We have to. These people cannot come and finish us now. Killing us every single day. It started in Cincinnati, Ohio, 2 weeks ago. Chris Takam killed his own wife. The other time he went to Nigeria, in Lekki, another guy killed his own fiance. Like, it's like they want to finish all the girls in the world, though. Hi, Angie. How you doing today? Positive Africa, straight from the big Bamenda city. Yay! How are you doing, Frank? I didn't know you've changed your name to Positive Africa. That's good. That's good. I've been away for a few minutes and I miss a lot of things, really. Wow. That's a beautiful name, Positive Africa. So how is Bamenda today? How is Abakwa? That's how we call it. So we have to address this topic here. You guys should let me know where you're watching us from so I say my highs and we begin immediately. So far we have Anne Crane watching from MD. How's Maryland today, Anne Crane? And we have Positive Africa watching us all the way from Bamenda. That's the homeland. How you doing, Frank? Odile Yolan. Hello, yo. This is my friend. And coincidentally, yo, today we're talking about a law student. Yolan is my friend. We went to UB together and we did law together. Hi, yo. Long time. How's the baby? Abakwa is all cool today. All right. I'm happy we're all good. I'm happy it's all cool. And hey, Comedy Lake. That's my brother Divine. How is Canada today? Hi, D. How you doing? Hello, Yolan from Douala. Odile Yolan. Hi, Yolan. How you doing? Yeah, so thanks for joining us. Let us know your name and where you're watching us from. We have Frank from Bamenda. We have Comedy Lake. That's Divine from Canada. And we have Odile Yolan from Douala. Hi, yo. Long time. So, Anne Crane says it's sunny and cool today in Maryland. Comfort weather. Yeah. Same thing in Chicago where I am. It's little warm today. Yesterday was rainy, but today's a good day. It's warm. I don't know why I have a little cold. It's warm. I'm not supposed to be having smoke at and runny nose. All right, so I see people have joined and it's time for us to begin. Today we're going to be talking about this case. If you're not from Cameroon or you're not from Africa and you're watching us, I'm going to give you guys a little backstory to the case we are going to discuss today. So we have this lady, my comments keep disappearing. That's why if a man proposes to me and say we will live together and die together, I'll run away. How will you run away? Like, it's part of your vows. When you go to the altar, they say forever for us. It's the same thing like saying till death do us part. So we will live together and we'll die together. That's part of the vow, Divine. So you can't take out that part from your vows, okay? Simply Josie. Oh, that's my girl. Hey, Josie. How you doing? How are babies? How is Michaela? All right, so I'm going to give you guys a little backstory for those who are not from Cameroon or those who are not from Africa, or maybe you're from Cameroon and you haven't heard this story. So we have a hot topic, very hot topic. So yesterday in Cameroon, specifically in Longstreet, Buea, which is the south region of Cameroon, this guy by name Alain, he killed his ex-girlfriend, what's his girl's name? I wrote it down somewhere, Franka. So Alain is a barber. That's his profession. Alain barbs for for a living. That's what he does. He treats hair for a living. He cuts hair for a living. So that's Alain's job. And he's been dating this girl, a level 400 law student from the University of Buea, and they've been together for a few years now. And so along the line, this girl, she's obviously educated, and he is a barber, not educated. So the lady now has somehow moved on in her life. I think she found somebody else. She's betrothed to somebody else, and she has been. She was going to get married on Saturday this week. So she's in a relationship with Alain for a few years, like 5 years. Alain has been supporting her financially. And now the lady has moved on and she's now dating somebody else. And the person has proposed to her. She was supposed to be getting married this Saturday. So the lady now took her phone and called Alain. I don't know why people do this. I don't know. They call it closure. I don't know why they do it. She picked her phone and called Alain like, hi, Alain, how you doing? I just want to let you know that I'm going to get married to somebody else and it's going to be on Saturday. Like, how do you take this? How you doing? I don't know why this lady called. Who's saying you? So she took her phone and called this guy and told the guy, I'm going to marry somebody else, and how do you take this or whatever? I don't know how that discussion went. And Alain was like, okay, that's fine. Come meet me. Let's talk, let's discuss, and, I can say my goodbyes to you, and, peacefully you can move on and marry somebody else. So I guess the lady was looking for closure from Alain, but that was a very big mistake. So she called him, and the guy was like, sure. The guy called her like, come over, let's discuss. Why did you go, poor lady? She didn't know. So she went to meet her ex-boyfriend, Alain, and why is my mouth watery? I guess I'm hungry. So in the course of the discussion with Alain, something went wrong. Alain closed the door and the neighbors could hear them fighting. They were visibly arguing and fighting and hitting things, and the neighbor could hear. And amongst all of that, Alain took a knife and stabbed this lady, stabbed her multiple times until she died. And after Alain stabbed the lady and she died, Alain now took to himself and stabbed him. Why am I making a lot of her mistakes today? When I will pray for me, so. So Alain now turned to himself, all right, get your life together, girl, get your life together. So Alain now turned to himself and stabbed his own self, but he didn't die. So you see the coward. He stabbed the lady and she died on the spot. And he came to stab his own self and he didn't even have the strength to do it. Like, I'm so mad, like, I don't know, I cannot even speak. I'm so angry, like I'm boiling in anger. So he stabbed this lady and she died on the spot. And he turned to his own self. He didn't have the heart to do it. He didn't have the courage. You see the coward. And then he stabbed somewhere else around his stomach. He didn't die. He made it. So you know all your body, you know all the organs. You know if you stab yourself in the heart, you're going to die. You didn't stab yourself in the heart. You stabbed yourself somewhere where you will not die. You did not even have the heart to kill your own self, but you have the heart to kill somebody else. Life is not yours to give. Life is not yours to take. You didn't create this lady. You didn't give her life. God did. So why are you taking her out of this world? Why are you doing that? I'm yet to understand why people do these things. I'm yet to understand. So he killed the lady on the spot. He stabbed his own self, but he didn't die. So he succeeded. They carried him out of there, took him to the hospital, took him to the ICU, did whatever they did, and he's alive today. He's recovering after killing somebody's daughter just like that. So before I start this video, that was the backstory. I had to give the backstory for those who are not from Cameroon or those who are from Cameroon and haven't heard the story. That's what's going on. Alain in Longstreet, Buea has killed his girlfriend, Franka. So I'm going to read a few comments before we begin. Josie says they're all fine. Thank you. How are you? Girl, I'm doing okay. This story is really making me angry and pissed until I can't even talk. I'm stammering and losing words. Like, I'm just so mad. And Josie says, oh, I read that story on the Facebook page. Yeah, the story has been everywhere since yesterday. Odi Yolan, we are all fine here. God has been faithful. Amen. Hope you two and family are doing well. Happy to be part of this talk. Oh, I'm happy to have you too, yo. Just stay tuned and, let's break this down together. Anne Crane says, why do people think they need closure from anyone after a breakup? I don't know, Anne Crane. I don't know. Girl, that's the reason I'm trying to figure out, like, why would you think you need closure? Why? So the Baba caught her, sponsored her, and now she wants to be married to somebody. She made a big mistake. And this is the common conception that people have, that the Baba sponsored her. The Baba did not sponsor Franka. I did my research. I spoke to somebody who lives beside Franka's house I wrote down the address. I don't even know much about Kumba. They told me, Franka lives with her mom. Franka lives in her mom in new layout Fiango Kumba. That's where she lives. She has a sister. The sister lives in Buea. She has about 2 or 3 brothers. They live together with their mom. Franka lives with her mom. Her mom sells, they told me, I wrote it down. Her mom sells cocoyams and plantains in the market. That's what her mom does for a living. Franka's mom sells cocoyams and plantains in the market. She puts her daughter through school from her hard work, from her sweat. So the misconception that you guys have that, oh, Franka this, Franka that, the guy did not sponsor her through school. Franka has a mom, a hardworking mom. The mom put her through school, and this guy was merely supporting her. And you cannot say people in a relationship for nothing. You're supporting her because she's helping you too. She comes to your house, she does your laundry. She comes to your house, she cooks for you. She comes to your house, you guys lay down together, you guys do things. So what do you mean? It was a mutually beneficial relationship. He didn't sponsor her through school. She has parents. And in a relationship, it's give and take. Love is giving and sharing. So that's what went on, you know. I'm going to read a couple of comments. Chai Alain. I know, right? Chai Alain. Alain is my baby brother's name. Oh. Ha. Come and be disgracing me, Alain's out here. Now, heavy news. Now, why that you didn't make mistake? You know, easy, mama. My sister, Bruce Joel Obed. You know, easy. Like, I'm trembling. I heard the news. I was shaking, right? I'm still shaking. When did we get to this level? How did it get this bad? Who do we had so? Who? These are the things we used to hear in other parts of the world, and we're like, okay, I guess people in other parts of the world are more depressed or whatever. Like, it has come to Africa now. Full flesh. Full flesh. We should be careful. So I'm still reading a couple of comments, and after this, I'm going to proceed with a few points I wrote down. The Mwakazes says, hello, wonderful people. Hello to you, Mwakazes. How you doing? So she thinks she can just chop money like that and go. You know how much that Baba sweat. DCA, how much does an average Baba make in Cameroon? Even if you're these 5-star Babas in barbing shops in Yaoundé or Douala, where you guys have like climatiseurs and everything, and they take good care of people, they do, you know, like aesthetics and facial treatments and gentle massages and stuff. Even if you're a Baba in the most 5-star restaurant, why do I keep calling restaurants? I guess I'm too hungry, I keep going to restaurants. Even if you're the most 5-star Baba, in the highest barbing salon in Yaoundé or in Douala, how much do you make per day? It isn't even up to 100,000. It isn't on a single day. So how much does the average Baba make that you guys will be saying this girl chopping money? Which money? How much is the Baba making? How much? How much on average? Even if it was the Baba who cut the minister's hair, even if it's the Baba who cut Buea's hair, how much does he make a month or a day? So how much did this girl really eat that warrants her life? How much? Her parents are paying her fees. Her parents are giving her basic needs. And as a boyfriend, you can support her. 5,000 today, 10,000 tomorrow. So now because of 5,000, 10,000, when I keep money picking, just like the case of AP a few years ago, because of 2,000, AP nearly killed a girl. So you need to see the mentality our brothers have. Justifying things like this in the name of she ate my money. Which money? It was a mutually beneficial relationship. She did things to you and you did things for her. So why are we only hearing your own side today? And I'm here to debunk this myth. Franka has parents. Her mom sponsored her. Her mom sells plantains and cocoyams in the market. She lives in newly out Fiango Kumba. That's where her family lives. And then she goes to school in Buea. Her family does their best to send her to school. The guy did not sponsor her. So you guys should stop sharing the wrong stories out here. The guy did not sponsor her. Guys should not be sponsoring girls they are not married to. Sometimes you sponsor them with hopes of marrying them in future, and it really goes bad in so many cases. I guess you're right, Josie. You know, to avoid heartbreaks, maybe guys should just stop this I love her, let me spend on her. Maybe that's the solution. But no matter what, you can't kill somebody. Absolutely, I agree with you, Divine. I agree, D. You can't. Like, that's a line. There's a line you cannot cross. Don't take somebody's life. You don't do that. That's a line you cannot cross. You cannot. Odile Yolan says, oh my God, no matter what, killing is never the best solution. Killing is not even a solution at all. Talking of best solution or good solution or better, it's not a solution at all. Absolutely wrong. Absolutely unacceptable. Never you think of taking somebody's life no matter what. And then see the coward, he killed the girl, he could not even kill himself. He came to his own time, he stabbed somewhere where he only feel pain. So you really wanted to die that bad and you did not kill your own self. Cuckoo, kill yourself now. Stab your heart. Start cut a vein. And then you leave the earth if you want to go. Now you've made somebody say a beautiful young girl. Have you guys seen this girl's picture? A little young girl. She's so pretty, so beautiful, full of life. She's doing law. She has dreams. She has hopes for her tomorrow. Relationships go wrong every now and then, but you don't see us killing people. Sad. No matter what, nobody should be killing the other. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. And Divine says you're right. Elizabeth Inanga says, hello, sorry I'm late. Hi, Elizabeth. No problem. We're just starting. We're just like a few minutes into the video. I wrote down a few points I'm going to be talking about, but for now, I just want to say hi to everybody, read a few comments, and we brush off these silent points. The story vexed me. I'm just mad. Like, I'm trembling. Like, God, somebody's daughter, somebody's 9 months. You raise your daughter up until she's not 20s, early 20s, and somebody just takes her life like this. You know the hopes that woman has for her daughter. She sells plantain. She sells cocoyams to send her daughter to school. And today the story we're hearing is that his sponsor, which sponsor? How much more by the make? Which sponsor? He was supporting her financially like guys do. It doesn't matter how much he spent on her, that money doesn't amount her life. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, Shanida. Even if you're giving somebody 1 million francs, like, you know how much people are giving girls in this world? You know how much? And they still do nonsense. And you're out here saying he gave her money. Which money? Which amount of money warrants somebody's life? Oh, Victor V. Univer. Oh, Vic, how are you? That's my friend Vic. He's also in Canada, I think, or in the UK. Hi, Vic. How you doing? Only God can take lives. Exactly. Only God gave you lives, and only God can take lives. So there's no reason, no justification at all. Shout out everyone in the house. Yeah, shout out to you too, Victor. I feel it when you mention that she sells cocoyam, like what my mother went through to send us to school, child. Exactly, Divine. So you can see the story of a single mom struggling to send her daughter through school, struggling to make her daughter become somebody. They live in Kumba, all the way from Kumba. She could have sent her daughter to one of those mushroom colleges in Kumba. There's so many courses in Kumba that they give you HND. They give you some kind of kate degrees. Her mother struggled. Let my daughter go to the best. Let my daughter go to UB, the famous UB. If they're calling universities in Cameroon, they call UB. They call SWA, they call Guayaquil before they start calling any other universities. Let my daughter to go to UB. Her mother struggled. So cocoyam, so under rain, under sun, for Fiango market, for her daughter. Only for somebody, a yam, a coward, to come and take her life. Edan Clarice, hi Claire, that's my girl from school. Hey Clarice, how you doing? Shanida, it's so painful. I can imagine what her parents are going through right now. Yeah, Shanida, you can imagine. First of all, in the African context, our parents want us to live, to outlive them. Because if your mother dies, you're the one who's going to give her a befitting burial. If your father dies, you're the one who's going to give him a befitting burial. And now you are going to die before him. Not that you were sick, not because of disease, not because of corona. Corona is killing people out. I know within corona carry you go, boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. Hi, Papa God. It's really devastating. When I think about it, it's so heartbreaking. So heartbreaking. All right, so I've read a few comments and I want to welcome everybody. Now let's dive into the video. I wrote like 3 or 4 points we're going to discuss in this video. And now the first ground rule, the first disclaimer I'm going to give, like, is totally unacceptable to take somebody's life in any case whatsoever. Totally unacceptable. Never take somebody's life. That's a ground rule. There's a law, you don't take it. It's in the Bible, thou shalt not kill. It's in the Constitution, you should not commit murder. You should not take somebody's life. It's, how else do you want us to say this? It's normal morality, normal conscience tells you not to do things like this. So that's the ground rule. You cannot kill somebody. You cannot take people's life. It's not yours to give. It's not yours to take. You didn't make them. You didn't create them. So do not kill somebody. Unacceptable on all fronts. All right. And now we're going to address a few points I wrote. I think the first point I wrote down was the phenomenon of using people as your benefactor / provider or stepping stone when you know you're not really into them. So let's address this case. It is clear already that this Frank do not sponsor, this Alain do not sponsor Franka. But in other cases, it happens when a guy sponsors a girl through school. She grows up tomorrow and she's like, that baba, I don't get time. That Okada man, I cannot see myself with him. How will my friends look at me? How will this happen? So in other cases, it does happen. But that was not the case here. He didn't sponsor her. Her mom did. So we're going to talk about the phenomenon of using people when it suits you, using people for your own convenience, and then when it's time tomorrow, you're like, you no longer want them. So this is something that is common in our society. That's the first point we're going to address into this video. Ladies particularly, I'm talking to us today. So we know we are in relationships for so many reasons, for love, for comfort, for whatever reasons you're going into a relationship. If you see a guy and you know that you are a sapiosexual, you like intelligent guys, you like a guy who talks like Obama, you like a guy who addresses the world like a guy who talks, a smooth talker like Jack Bauer. If you want a guy like that, if you want a guy who is all put together, Don't go and settle for a poor Okada guy because he's giving you money, yo. Don't go and settle for a poor Baba because he's giving you money, yo. Don't go and settle for a shoeman because he's giving you money, yo. He will support you. He will sponsor you, as they say, sponsor. I'm gonna sponsor. And then tomorrow now, when things will go south, you want to tell him, like, I don't see myself with you in future. I don't think I can settle down with you. It's going to go south. Like, there's no ending to this situation. When you begin to lead a guy on, when you begin to be with a guy and he's spending on you every day, you're looking at him, there's no good ending to that situation because you know your heart. I can't be with a guy like this forever. I don't love guys like this. I don't like uneducated guys. I don't like guys with low IQ. Like, it's a turnoff. Know yourself and know what you want. So you know that you're a polished girl. You don't want to be with guys who cannot read. You don't want to be with illiterates, or you want to be with guys with low profile, low IQs, or, you know, with guys who are not smooth talkers. So why are you going to date them? Why? Why? And why are you leading them on? They'll be spending on you. You'll be taking the money. And in your heart, you know you'll not stay with them. Don't you have a conscience? Don't you have a conscience? At what point do you realize that, oh, I'm mistaken. I'm leading this guy on. No, this is not going to end well. No, the day I'm going to tell him I don't want him, something is going to happen. No. At what point do you realize? So there's a phenomenon in society of using people to get the things we want, using people as stepping stones, you know, to get to where we want. And then when we get there, all of a sudden we look at them and they're like, he's no longer my level. He's no longer my social circle. I cannot take him to parties. I cannot make him meet my girls. I cannot take him to meet my friends. Like, that is wrong. So if you want somebody who is polished, go and be looking for polished guys. If you want somebody who is handsome, go and be looking for handsome guys. If you want somebody who is intelligent, go and be looking for intelligent guys. And you should accept everything that comes with it. Intelligent guys are, some people call them stingy guys because they are smart. They don't spend 5 francs without asking you questions. So if you want your intelligent guy, open up your heart and your soul to your intelligent guy and accept everything that comes with it. Whether he's stingy, accept him like that. Whether he's too smart, accept him like that. Whether he asks you a question before give you 5 francs, so accept him like that. That's your choice. You cannot want a smart, intelligent guy at the same time you want a mugu money spender. So you cannot come and be dating the Baba because he's a mugu money spender. He will give you money without asking you questions. He will give you money without even thinking twice. Anything you say, he's going to give it to you. So you cannot use him like that. At the same time, you have an intelligent guy, you take him to parties. So you go and take money from Peter, you rob from Peter to go and feed Paul. You go and take money from your Baba boyfriend to go and feed your new boyfriend. You go and take money from your boyfriend to go on dates with your other boyfriend. It's not right. It's not acceptable. You can't have your cake and eat it. So make a choice. Who do you want to be with? If you're going for a poor guy, broke guy, because he's speaking good grammar, he's speaking high-sounding grammar, O'Shea grammar, you want grammar, go and stay with the rich boy, the boy who is speaking grammar, and then you leave the guy who is not educated alone. Don't mix up things. Make your decision and stay there. So that's the first point, the phenomenon of using people, stepping on them. Even if it's related to this case or not, we need to address this. It has happened in so many cases. It has happened in so many other cases. Mother is never a solution no matter what, don't get me wrong. But if you're leading people on, you're part of the problem. At what point do you realize, like, oh my God, this guy doesn't speak the way I want him to speak. He doesn't really talk well. He doesn't, like, he's going to embarrass me. At what point do you realize all these things? He's not my level. He's not my type. He's not my class. Can I say class? So know yourself. Know where you want to be. And do the things that suit you. Don't lead people on. Don't use people. Nobody likes to feel like a fool. Nobody likes to feel like they've been used. And in so many cases, you see the guy who has supported you and sent you to school until you graduated. One day he will just wake up and tell you, one day you just wake up and tell him, I don't want you anymore. Over the weekend, I'll be marrying Frank Buea. Just give me a list of all the things you spent on my head. Give me a list of all the money you spent on me. Frank Buea is going to pay. Fosso Victor is going to pay. Dangote is going to pay. Bill Gates is going to pay. I'm going to be marrying Bill Gates on over the weekend. Give me a list of everything you've spent for me. He's going to pay. Imagine the insult. Imagine the insults. Look at the gravity. If you are the one receiving such comments, how do you feel? Somebody come and tell you that kind of thing. Hey, I know you've been spending on me, but I'm going to be marrying Dangote's son in 1 month's time. I'm going to be marrying Bill Gates' son in 1 month's time. Just give me a list of how much you spent on me. I'm going to pay back. I'm going to, like, imagine how people are going to feel. Not that they should go and murder you. That's totally wrong. But imagine how they're going to be feeling at that point in time. Nobody likes to be played. Nobody likes to feel like a fool. So do not even give them reasons to think that way. Right, and she knows too that the guy definitely is hoping to get something. Exactly. The guy was hoping to settle down with her. So even the 5 francs and 10 francs she was taking from him, you know, he knew he was going to get something. No guy will hang around like that for long, for nothing. That's true. It's really sad. How much money can a girl chop from a Baba? That's the point I was making. A poor Baba, how much can you give a girl? And the Alain do not even think of the good things the girl did for him. I'm telling you. Sponsor what? Exactly. So that's the first point, totally unrelated to this case. Like, no matter what goes on, never you kill somebody, never take somebody's life. But girls too, we should be advised. We should not lead people on. We should not. It's not right. We should not lead people on. We should not do it. It's wrong. So if you're with somebody and you know you're not going to settle with them, just let them be. Let them be. And then you go your way. Second point, this thing of going to tell your ex a final goodbye before getting married, is it necessary? This thing that people go and tell their ex a second, that like they go and tell them goodbye, I'm leaving, like, is it necessary? You're no longer together with this person. You're no longer dating them. Why do you feel the need to go back to them to open old wounds, to open old scars? Is it necessary? You guys call it closure. Like, what are you closing for? What do you need closure for? Is it necessary? That's the next point. All these things we are going around, hey, I got to tell this person I'm getting married. I got to tell, like, why? Is it necessary? Is it the pastor who's going to come and pray for your wedding? Is it the pastor who's going to come and put the rings on your hands? Is he the one? So it's over, it's over. You let this guy do his things. Oh, this baby is getting up. I'm hearing some sounds from the baby's room. Maybe he's waking up. Yeah, so that's the next point. Is it necessary to go tell your ex it's over, or I'm going to get married to somebody else? Is it necessary? It's over, it's over. Let the guy go his way. You need to go your own way. It's not necessary. You're going to poke old wounds. They say, let sleeping dogs lie. A lion is sleeping, you go and wake him up. Why? There are guys you can talk to, and there are guys you cannot talk to. Know his temperament, know the kind of person he is. There's guys who are understanding. You can tell them that, okay, I'm going to get married maybe next 2 weeks, and they'll be like, okay, I wish you all the best. But you know the terms of your breakup. You know the minute you left this guy, you know how mad he was. You know how angry he was. And then you're going back to poke the lion. What do you expect? Even though he reacted in a kind of abrupt way that nobody could have thought. I guess the poor girl did not see mother coming. She couldn't have gone there. Who sent you, poor girl? Who sent you? You could have stayed you home. The first mistake she made, she went to tell this guy goodbye. Why? Totally unnecessary. Second mistake, she went alone. You would have gone with somebody. You would have even gone with a friend. You would have thought of going with a friend or a cousin or a classmate. And they said the day before she was in school writing contract law tests. I took contract law tests too. Just imagine, I would have been sitting in classroom writing my test. Next day, you guys hear that I'm dead. God forbid. I could never even have put myself in this kind of position. Wow. Yolande says, my friend, you know, go ever change. Always been so interesting. I know, right? Thank you, yo. Great speaking. Always speaking sense. Kudos, my friend. Thank you, Yolande. Yolande, why does that sound like you're breaking up with me, though? Why does that sound like you're going? Don't go anywhere. Don't go. That sounds like a closing remark. It sounds like a closing remark. Sounds like a benediction. Don't go anywhere. Stay here. Thank you. Thank you. Closure in person is just stupid, if you ask me. Exactly, Shanita. That's my point. Closure is just stupid. It's unnecessary. Why are you going there? And then you know the terms of your breakup with this guy. He was so mad. The day obviously she told him it's over, he was mad. Because according to him, he's helped her, he's spent on her, you know, he's assisted her throughout her stay in Buea, throughout her studies and stuff. And now he's like, why are you leaving me? Why are you going to marry somebody else? So he's feeling bad. Even though it's terrible what he did, but why did she even go there in the first place? Poor girl. Where? You see, death is something that you never see coming. If she knew, oh, somebody's child, she would have stayed her home. Her poor mother is confused. So the news reached Kumba yesterday. They called the mother that very yesterday. Mother went to Buea. So she's in Buea right now with her daughter. She had to go see the daughter. You know, they're taking her to the morgue and stuff. The mother went to see her daughter's corpse. The mother is devastated. The poor woman. You can imagine. After you struggled and tried your best to help your daughter, put her through school and stuff, it's really so painful. Your daughter left you in Kumba, she's going to school, and you know there was coronavirus, there was no school and everything. So obviously this girl was back home with her parents in Kumba. It's just recently as they opened schools that she has gone back to Buea. If she knew where somebody's poor daughter, fine picking so. So closure in person is just totally stupid. It's totally unnecessary. Don't do it. Don't do it. Now closure for waiting, no. Closure for what? It's over, it's over. You go your way, she goes her way. How many billion people are on this earth? 7.8 billion people. So you're trying to tell me that if one girl leaves you, one girl, Out of 7.8 billion people, you're not going to find any other person to love you. 7.8 billion, no, not 7.8 million, 7.8 billion people. You know how many people that is? So the whole world, you're not going to find somebody else to love you. This is just crazy. Crazy. Moving on to the next point. My next point is, why is suicide and murder the first thing that comes to your mind when life deals you a blow? Plastic says, after all investment. Which investment, Plastic? Come and tell me the investment. Come. Which investment? This lady, her parents are in Kumba. Her mom is in Kumba. Her mom is struggling to send her to school. Her mom sells cocoyams. Her mom sells plantains and pays her baby girl's school fees. So there's nothing here like, how do you call me now? C'est comment? Faut arrêter. So there's nothing here like sponsoring her. Which investment? How much Baba get to invest to begin with? Which investment? So he was giving small 5,000 here, small 10,000 here, small 3,000 here. Which investment? Today, that's what we're hearing. Investment. Amuna investment. Which investment? So even after you invest on somebody, you have the right to kill her. A relationship should never end in death. Never. A relationship should never ever end in death. If it's a breakup, she goes her way, you go your way too. We count our losses. If you have to cry at night to cry, you cry. You count your losses. That's what we do, and relationships end. So you guys think people have never broken up with us? We all know how it feels. You didn't go killing people. So Plastic, somebody has never broken up with you before? Somebody has never hurt you before? Somebody has never broke your heart? Did you kill the person? After a breakup, we move on. You don't kill somebody. After all investment, which investment? If you guys even see the better guys out there who are investing on ladies, they don't make noise, they don't cough. You give a lady 5,000 investment, Amuna investment. This is so sad. It's unacceptable on all levels. Hi, Leah. Thanks for joining, Leah. That's my friend, Irene. Thanks for joining us, sis. How are you doing today? How are the babies? I keep calling babies, babies. Everybody has, even big children, I keep calling them babies. She has 2 cute kids, Blessius and the sister. I keep calling them babies. They're big now. It seems the guy isn't a hostile dude, which is why she went alone. She felt safe to go alone. The reaction of the man seems impulsive and unexpected. Exactly. It was actually impulsive and unexpected. Thus, he became conscious and also wanted death. So what happened is that sometimes we are with murderers, we don't know they're murderers. You can never tell people what people will do until you push them. So you can never know how far people will go until you push them. And when it happens, it's so impulsive that they do not even think. They do not even think. They only know when it's done. They stab you and they start crying, oh my God, what did I do? I just killed somebody. What did I do? What did I do? They don't think. Just the pain at that moment. They are driven by the pain. And before they know they do it, then they start crying later. And the idiot, the coward, he could not even kill his own self. He took the knife and stabbed himself on the stomach, and he could not even succeed to kill himself. After you've killed somebody's daughter, you want to end your life, you cannot even end the life. Full courage. He acted out of anger. It doesn't justify his actions at all, at all. A life is wasted. His life, he can never be justified. A life is wasted. That's a young girl with dreams, with visions. She was studying law. Who knew whether she wanted to become a lawyer? Today she lies in the mortuary. She lies in the morgue because of this coward. I'm just so mad. Yeah. Pearly Glow, hey girl, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Yeah, it's honestly so annoying. It is. It's so annoying. Somebody's 9 months, Josie. Somebody's 9 months. I wish the child was only 9 months. She's grown to be 20. How many years? So 20-something years plus 9 months. You can imagine somebody's 21 years or so. Wasted. Because of this. I don't have words for him. You're right, Nana. The way you address the topic is full of wisdom and balanced views. You're an eloquent speaker, my dear. Oh, thanks, Dee. Oh, now I'm all in my feelings. Oh, thank you, Dee. Alain, please welcome Nini. All right. Talk to Leah. God has plans for everyone. We should always look for ways to move on and hope for the best. Exactly, my sister. Have people not been hurt in this life? We've all been hurt. Have people not been hurt in this life? We've all been hurt. We've all been heartbroken. We've had boyfriends that we've told them, okay, you wait small. I'm not ready for this or ready for that. Just wait a little bit there. And the next day, want to see him is going around town with other girls. So we have people break our hearts. Everybody has had heartbreak in one way or the other. Do we kill people? No, we moved on. God has a plan for everybody. There's men who leave ladies with 6 kids, six kids, and then they go out to have a whole new marriage with somebody else. Do you see us killing people? We don't. God has plans for everyone. I read that already. Nana, let me eat something and be back. I want soak some gari. Oh, yes. So now is the season to soak gari because it's hot. So when you soak your gari, put some ice blocks in there. Put some milk. Put some sugar. Put some avocados and put some peanuts. It's gonna be the bomb. All right, D. We'll be here whenever you're back. That's good. Naturally, we have no right to take another person's life, especially on grounds of love. Yes, Doris, we have absolutely no right to take somebody's life, even on grounds of, if you're looking at the law, the only time when you get away from murder is if it was self-defense. So if somebody attacks you, say in your abode, say in your residence or in your home, and they kill you and they're trying to kill you and you stab them first, that's like the only excuse you have, self-defense. That's the only recuse you have before the law, self-defense. So why are you killing people? You have no right to do that. Over simple breakup, are you the only one whose heart has been broken on earth? You move on. No right, absolutely no right whatsoever. Peliglo, if we all had to kill for the things we've been through, the world would literally be empty. The world will be emptier than empty, my sister. Tell them. We've all gone through things, though. We've all gone through things in this world. All of us. All right, Z. Mwah. See you too. All right, so I wrote a few points and why is this child choose to wake up now? Why is suicide/murder the first thing that comes to your mind when life feels you? I think I've talked about that one before, and now I have a last point written down somewhere. All right, you guys don't go anywhere. 1 minute. Let me see what this baby's up to. Ugu, what's going on? I thought you were asleep. Baby. Mommy's baby. Mommy's baby. What happened? I thought you were sleeping. Who? Were you sleeping? Oh yeah, so I'm back. My baby's up. No, don't come here because you come and scatter my camera. All right, so that's the point. Why is murder the first thing you think when something goes wrong in your relationship? Why? Something goes wrong in the relationship, immediately you're thinking of killing people. Immediately you're thinking of taking somebody's life. Why is that the first thing that comes to your mind? Are you the first person that life has been difficult to? You move on. There's people who have sponsored ladies, paid millions on these ladies. And the ladies wake up tomorrow and tell them, I don't want you anymore, which is wrong. It's a wrong thing to do, to lead a man on to the moment of where you're getting married and then you leave him. It's a wrong thing to do. But even in that case, the guys will just be like, okay, I guess it didn't work out. They count their losses and they go on. That's how life is supposed to be. Everybody goes through losses. You count your losses and you move on. These things happen to everybody. See, I had a few papers here and I've been talking. I don't even know where I put the last one. Nettie, did you touch my paper? Mm-hmm. Do I have any new comments? Let me see what you guys are saying. Do I have new comments? And it's not even like ladies are gold diggers, so it's not even like ladies are gold diggers. If you guys see what guys go through to get these ladies to date them. So when this lady was killed, the first thing that comes to people's minds when things like this happen, the first thing that comes to a lot of people's minds is they begin to say, oh, she's a gold digger. She went to the guy to eat his money. She went to the guy to do this. She went to the guy. That's not the case. It's not like we are gold diggers or we are this or we are that out here. We're all like, that's not what happens. When somebody dies or when their boyfriend kills them, the first thing that the world begins to say, oh, she was a gold digger. She ate his money. Now she wanted to leave him. She this, she that. That's what people always say. That's not the case. Don't shake my camera, baby. Please don't do it. So if you guys see what these guys are going through, what these girls are going through in the hands of these boys, there are guys who will ask you out to, and you tell them, I'm not interested in you. I don't want to date you. Stop it, baby. Come on. Oh. See what you're doing. How can I be live and you're throwing my camera, baby? Don't do that. Oh, so I'm sorry, guys. The baby's out, which means it's disaster time. He's going to be throwing cameras and things like, it's just crazy. If you have a little baby at home, you know that's how they behave. Impulsive. and they just scatter things anyhow. So I'm sorry about that. Let's continue. Yeah, so sometimes it's not only because the lady's a gold digger or whatever. We don't think about that. Leah is laughing at me. Yeah, because you know what's up. It's not easy. When you have little babies, it's just drama around the clock. They don't think, they just act, they just do what they have to do when they want to do it, how they want to. So they are just like baby bosses. That's what they do. Yeah. So that's my life. Stop it, baby. Stop. Come on. So suicide and murder are becoming a new normal for people who believe they are entitled to other people's lives. It is better to marry someone who loves you for you, not because they're indebted to you. Tell them, Leah. People gotta love you, for who you are, for how they perceive you, and for how you make them feel. That's how people love you, for how you treat them, for how you make them feel. Not because you paid their school fees. Like, that's indebtedness. That's not love. And now they'll be enduring you because you help them, because you sponsor them, which is not a bad thing though. You can sponsor somebody you love, you can invest in someone you love, and if they love you back in return, even better. And if they don't love you back in return, you count your losses, you move on. That's life for you. Life will sometimes give us blows. Life will give us blows here and there. We have roadblocks in life. We have limitations here and there. It happens. You count your losses, you move on. You don't have to kill somebody's daughter. So it's better when people love you, for who you are, for how you make them feel, for how you treat them. You know, when they see you, they smile because of who you are to them, and not because they're indebted to you. That's wrong. She might have eaten, she might have been enduring with the Baba guy. Maybe she was enduring with him, and because she was settling, that's it. She was settling like, okay, please, Nitsi, please, go play with your toys, go watch ABC. Please, baby. So she was just settling with him like, okay, he's helped me a little bit, you know. He's helped one way or the other. And oh my God. So I'm just going to rush through this video and conclude now. Since the baby's awake, he's not going to let me do anything. He's just going to be all over me till the video ends. All right, so let's talk about the last point. The point I was going to talk about was what Leah just said. I wrote it down here as the multiplier effect, which we also call the ripple effect. That's my fourth point for this video. And I think that's something Leah just said. It's happened a lot lately. Suicide and murder are becoming a new normal. That's the same thing I was saying. And this is what we call the multiplier effect, what we call the ripple effect. So things like that will happen in the US, in Cincinnati, Ohio, where Chris Takam killed his wife, Annie Takam, and the news went viral. We're talking about it all over the world, and people are listening. There's people who have relationships that are not going well. And then when they hear that a Cameroonian guy has killed his girlfriend, his wife, his ex-wife in America, they're like, oh, so people are out here killing people they don't love. People are out here killing their ex-wives. People are out here killing their girlfriends. Can I try that too? Can I try that out? So when things like this happen, there's psychopaths out here. They're thinking like, oh my God, somebody else is going through the same thing I'm going through. And this is how he handled it. He killed the woman and killed himself. I think I can try it too. I think I can do it too. So you should not think about things like this. Those are psychopathic tendencies, narcissistic tendencies. Don't think like that. It's wrong. So I was talking about the multiplier effect, and the same thing happened again in Nigeria. Where we're just crying about Chris Takam killing his wife, Annie Takam, and we're like, oh my God, this is terrible. And if you read the comments under this post, there's brothers out there who are saying that, oh, my wife has done the same thing to me. I bought her from Cameroon. Now she's the madam of the house. She doesn't want to do nothing, this and that. She left me for another guy. I'm going to kill her too. People were saying that under the comment section. So when things like this happen, people begin to think like, oh, somebody else is going through the same thing I'm going through, and he ended up killing the lady. Can I do this too? The devil begin to whisper ideas in their head, and they listen. They succumb. They fall to the evil voices in their head. Instead of thinking, oh my God, this is wrong. I should not even think in this line. I should not even have this same line of thoughts. It's terrible. God forbid. When ideas come to your head, negative ideas, know the voice that is speaking in your head. Know that this is not the voice of God. God can never tell me to do something like this. So even if it has happened to somebody else, God can never tell me to do something like this. This is somebody else speaking. This is the devil's voice in my head, not God. And then you say, God forbid, and you leave. But then we've been seeing the proliferation of murders upon murders here and there, suicide here and there. Like, it is crazy. It happened in Cincinnati, Ohio 2 weeks ago. We are still crying Anita Kem. We are still crying Chris Takam and Anita Kem. 3 days ago, it happened in Nigeria. Olamide, a guy killed his fiancée. Over what? He's suspecting that the baby that the lady has with him is not his baby. So over paternity issues, you've not even taken a DNA to confirm. Even if you confirm that the baby is not yours, why don't you just move on? Leave her alone and move on. He killed the girl and killed himself. So we are not even done crying about Olamide. One day after, Alain has killed this lady Franka. Why are people doing this? And it's like the thing is peeling over. A lot of people are listening to things like this, and it's encouraging them instead. The world is crazy. The world is full of mad people. The world is full of all kinds of people. So you as a normal person, a person with a level-headed mind, when you listen to things like this, like it makes your stomach churn, like you just want to cry. But somebody somewhere else is listening to this and he's like, oh, he's getting ideas. And this is terrible. At what point does your humanity come in? At what point do you think like, oh my God, this is terrible. I shouldn't even think this way. If you see the people on Facebook defending the guy, if you see men who are fighting for the guy saying he is right to take somebody's life. He is right, really. Really. Our basic humanity, our conscience, it's over. Oh, Lulu. Hey, Lulu. That's my girl, Lulu. How you doing? How is my baby? It's the devil, Leah. Actually, the devil speaking to you, and then you fall for him. You listen to him, and you fall in that ditch. Victor and Leah know each other. Hey, Leah. Hey, Victor. All right. It's scary how many predators surrounding us when we expected them to be protectors. Exactly. I keep saying it. You never know how far people are going to go until you push them. You never know how far people are going to go until, you know, that event happens. And then you be like, oh my God. So you actually have killing tendencies. You are actually a predator. So you can actually do this to me. You guys have watched this series and these movies where they kill people in movies. At the point where the attacker is piercing the knife on your body, you're surprised, you're shocked, like what? If you watch those movies, they're always like, so you can do this to me, you too? I trusted you. I believed in you. So I can imagine the pain that girl was going through the last moments of her life. She was in her mind when the guy just stabbed her, she was like, who sent me? I should have stayed home. The regrets she must have been going through. Who sent me? Who brought me here? I trusted you. I believed in you. So you two could do this to me? You can imagine the pain she was going through towards her last moments. The shock. It's crazy. Then after killing, they will now blame the devil. I'm telling you. After killing, they'll blame the devil. It's always the devil's work now. After you've done your own, it's the devil's work. Oh, Tessaline is doing fine. We thank God. It's sad indeed. No matter the circumstances or situation, just walk away and leave the relationship. Period. You walk away and leave the relationship. You're not the only one that life has dealt a difficult blow to. You're not the only one that life has dealt a wrong hand to. We've all gone through things. You want to hear people's stories? You want us to start talking? We've all gone through things. What you do, you wake up, you dust yourself, and you keep it moving. That's life. People go through things every day. Carrying favor, I tired that news, so yeah, we all tired the news, my sister. By the way, you look good, sis. Oh, thank you. So if you want my necklace, I have necklaces for sale. I have headbands for sale. The necklace is $20. If you want it, you let me know in WhatsApp. Most of the people here talking know me personally, and on Facebook and on YouTube and on WhatsApp, I think. Most of you guys have my number. So if you want my necklace, it's $20. You can let me know, and I'll find a way to get that to you. I ship everywhere in the world. I ship universally anywhere you are in the globe, unless you are in Mars or Jupiter or Saturn or Neptune. If you're on planet Earth and you want anything you see on me, just let me know. I have earrings too for sale. Beautiful gold earrings. Beautiful gold metal earrings. So let me know. My necklace is $20. If you want to, just let me know. I'm going to ship it to you wherever you are in the world. Anybody defending that guy is a devil, yeah. Basically, anybody defending him is a devil and a monster. Like, you can't do that. You just can't. Life experience is a lesson. Life experiences is a lesson. Yeah, they are good lessons, good or bad. I'll DM you and other. Come on, baby, where? My mama used to say, man born no go rest. Man born no go rest. Neti. Me no go rest again. Yeah, life experiences, they teach you a lot. From your experiences, you learn, and then you know how not to make the same mistake in your next relationship. I'll DM you and other. All right, thanks, Lulu. And you are even in Chicago. You can pick up if you want to. If you don't want to be paying $2 shipping, $3, $4 shipping based on where you live, you can just come pick up. You can come at home. Now he's going to my light. Where? Pekin? Oh, Netio, on fait comment non? Comment tu me fais ça? Tu es supposé être mon meilleur ami. You're supposed to be my best friend. You're supposed to be my complice, eh? Help me. Don't turn off my light. Karim favor, you no go rest though. I know, right? Man bunny no go rest. You no go rest. That's what my mother used to say. My mother wants to eat anything, I'll go and meet her. Mama, I want to eat this with you. My mother eats anything, I'll go and pick the meat, pick her chicken, pick whatever she's eating. And she'll be like, man bunny no go chop. And when I'm disturbing her, she'll be like, man bunny no go rest. Because I was the last one, you know. Why am I going to different topics? Topic for another day. So I'm my mother's last baby, and I was a little naughty, and I was giving her a hard time for everything she was doing. I would just go like disturb her all the time. She'd be like, man no go rest. It's good to know the true nature of people. These recent happenings are eye-openers. Leah, it's good to know the true nature of people. Really, it is. It's really good to know the true nature of people, but sometimes people hide these things. Like, there's no telling. How could she ever have known that the guy she's been dating for over 5 years was a monster? How could she ever have known that the guy had killing tendencies? How would she ever have known that the guy was a predator? She never knew. Sometimes people show you their good sides. Sometimes people show you that, okay, I can get mad, but they don't show you how far they can take their anger. And that's what scares me. It can happen to anybody. That's what scares me. It can happen to anybody. You are as nice as you are. You are as kind and good as you are. The day you make a little mistake and then you see the monstrous side of this person. You see the monstrous sides coming out and you're like, wow. So I've been with the predator all this while? Yeah, it's crazy, sis. It's crazy. We try our best, you know. So I think I have the next point is the punishment. The way I want this guy to be punished. Oh, it bite me for belly. The way I want this guy to be punished. I don't want death penalty. I don't want this guy to go. I don't want them to kill this guy. I don't want death penalty. I don't want that. I want his pictures on every newspaper. I want his picture in front of every TV station. I want his picture in front of every YouTuber's channel. I want his picture on social media. I want his picture on everybody's profile. Everybody should see this guy, who he is, because he did not die. The guy is alive. He did not die. He's alive. So we have to make him to understand the pain he has put this poor woman through. We have to make him to understand the pain this poor woman is going through because of him. We have to make him to know. He has to stay in jail for like 99 years if he lives to see that time. He has to be in serious incarceration. He has to be with chains all over his body. They have to even stab him, as a matter of fact. He should be fed like once or twice a week. He has to feel the pain that this woman is going through. A poor woman. What does the girl's mother do? She sells plantain, she sells cocoyams to send her daughter to school. Her poor daughter. When did this guy start dating this girl? He started dating her 4 years ago. 4 years, 5-ish. Dating her for like 4 years. So because of 4 years, they've been giving this girl 5,000, 10,000. Now you can't keep money picking. Who gave you the heart? Do you know how long her family has been spending on her? From nursery school to primary school to secondary school to high school to university. Because you know her in the university. How many years is that? Small, 5,000, 7,000 years. That's the reason why you're killing somebody's child. Amuna investment. He invested on her. Which investment? And the funny part, the neighbors heard when this guy was struggling with the girl. They heard, but they thought it was just a couple's fight. Oh, poor neighbors. If they knew, if they just knew what this guy was planning, poor neighbors, they would have gone in there to break the door, to take the girl out. Oh, the world of today. I grew up in an environment where when neighbors were fighting, mothers would go in there. They would knock your door. Mr. Peter, what's going on? Why are you beating your wife? That's the environment in which I grew up. In today's world, you want to talk, they say you're nosy. In today's world, you want to talk, they say you're interfering in people's life. You want to talk, they say you're interfering in people's relationships. Go ahead and interfere. If you think it's going to save a life, go ahead and interfere. I can't help but notice. I can't help but think. I can't help but imagine. If somebody had knocked on that door, Alain, what's going on? Why are you guys fighting? That girl could probably been alive today. If one person had just knocked on the door, I heard you guys screaming, what's going on? The music is loud. He put really loud music. They could hear it. The music is loud, but I can still hear you guys fighting over the loud music. Is everything okay? If somebody would have gone to knock on the door, I can't help but imagine that this girl could have probably been alive today. Probably. But when living in a world where they tell us to mind our business, they tell us to be... You cannot live in a world and mind your business. Be your brother's keeper. I cannot pass on the street and see you shooting somebody and take it quietly. Either I'm taking my phone to record you and send the evidence to the FBI or wherever. I cannot sit silent and see you killing somebody. It just doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't. So if you have to talk, you talk. If you see something, say something. If a neighbor would have knocked on that door, say, Alain, why are you guys fighting? What's going on? The guy would have come out to open the door and say, no, nothing, everything is okay. And the guy would have shouted from behind, it's not okay, oh, call the police, call my mother, call my brother. It's not okay, oh, you guys come and take me out of here. Should have said something. And they would have been like, how you talk, say everything be okay. But this girl, they talk otherwise. Like, the girl, she they talk contrary. It's not okay. Can we see her too? Is she okay? They would have asked to see the girl too. And neighbors would have been coming. It would have done a serious, Buea. People would have come out here. And they would have helped the girl out. You lock the door, you put music. And everybody's minding their business in their own corner. All those men commenting in favor of the killers are also taking time bombs. Exactly. They are. If you can support somebody taking somebody's life, it means you have the same tendencies. You can do it too. You reason alike, you have the same mindset. You can do it too. So you should be scared. If you're a lady, you see your boyfriend commenting under those posts saying, chop money run. Yes, it deserves she deserves what she got. She had it coming. If you see your boyfriend writing those kind of comments, run. If you see your husband writing those kind of comments on Facebook, she deserves it. Pack overnight, pack and run. So me too, one day I'll just wake up and see my own partner too writing those kind of comments on social media. Hey, I will just pack overnight, carry my children and disappear. So we should be vigilant. When things like this happen, begin to read the comments, begin to see what people are saying. You just go somewhere and discover your boyfriend saying chop money run, she deserve it. Hey, that same night. In fact, what are clothes? What are shoes? What are bags? That run wherever you are, just be going. Don't even come back to the house again. Run. Because he has those same tendencies. For somebody to be supporting things like this, it means they can do it. If I see my husband comment like that because I did run, see, Lulu, if I'm at work, I take my phone and see that kind of comment. I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back. Or if I'm coming back with police. I'm coming back with the cops to come and take my babies and go. All right? So we should be vigilant when things like this are happening. It's a teaching moment. It's a learning moment, The kind of things that people are saying now will make you Christian, then will make you be like, okay, so you can say things like this. It means you can do it too. Minus comment self, you see those signs whilst in a relationship, but we ignore them. Yeah? Sometimes we ignore the signs and other times they do well to hide them. So sometimes we try, but those signs they sharp us. We don't see them coming. And that's about it. So the punishment I want us to give this guy, hey, Papa God, I want him to be in jail for life. No, I want him to be in jail, but I want him to walk the streets. I want it to be in a way that everybody should know who he is. Everybody should see his face. Everybody should know he's the killer, and then they should free him to the society. They should free him. If they keep him in jail, he's going to be protected. Let them free him and let nobody kill him. He should be like Cain in the Bible. He should be a wanderer. Everywhere he goes, he has the mark of a killer in front of his head. Excuse me. People should rough handle him on the streets. Nobody should kill him. They should just beat him up, mess him up, and leave him somewhere with wounds all over his body. In fact, they should put salt and pepper on the wounds. He should feel the pain of having a child, carrying your baby 9 months, go and give birth to the baby, take care of the baby, feed the baby, nurture the baby for 20, how many years of her life? Then you just come and kill the baby like that. Poor woman. That woman is still in Kumbao. According to my sources, I called my friend. Matter of fact, she lives beside the woman's house. She knows the woman, knows the woman's kids. This girl, Franka, she has brothers. Poor woman. They called her at night and told her that her daughter is dead. She ran to Buea immediately. The woman is still in Buea. She went to Buea to see her daughter's corpse to believe. She could not believe. When they told her daughter is dead, she cried. The whole Katie, newly out here and Gokumba. Everybody is crying. The whole neighborhood was crying. So the woman ran to Buea immediately to go see the corpse of her daughter to see how things are going. So it was when she went to see how her daughter is doing. Then today is the day after. The woman's sons have gone back to Buea to go bring their mom. So that's what's happening right now. Her sons are in Buea. They went to console their mother, calm her down, and bring her back to Kumba where they live. So that's the update from the lady's family, from people who know them. So you can see what this woman is going through. I want this guy to be punished in such a way that it's going to serve as a measure of deterrent. Other people are going to see him and be like, oh my God, somebody killed his girlfriend. This is what the government did to him. Somebody attempted suicide on his own life after killing his girlfriend. This is how he was punished. So I want people to know that you play with somebody's life, this is what you get. You play with somebody's life, somebody's daughter, this is what you get. So I want him, I don't even know the punishment I want him to get right now, but I want him to feel pain. Is it possible to punish somebody, like to imprison somebody and torture? No. There are international conventions against torture. I should know better. I study these things. Uh, what can we do to this guy that he's going to feel the pain? I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section below. What kind of punishments can we give this guy? What kind of punishment should we give him? Tell me below. Let me see. I want him to feel the pain, the burning, the itch that woman is going through right now. He has to feel it too. You cannot just come and take somebody's life like this and then you go scot-free. So he's in the hospital now, you know, not fighting for his life because his condition has been stabilized. He was in the ICU. He got out of the ICU. His condition has been stabilized, but I want him to feel the pain of what he's done to this family. He should have it. He should feel it. He should know exactly what they're going through. So I want you guys to tell me what kind of punishment you think we can give this guy. Let me know. I'm not seeing the comments. Let me know. I think the video froze. Are you guys still hearing me? Is everything okay? So you guys should let me know, what kind of punishment can we give a guy like this to serve as a measure for deterrence, a measure for deferment, so that other people are going to see and be like, oh my God, somebody killed his girlfriend and he got this punishment. I'm scared to even think of it. I want other people to panic when they sit down and that thought crosses their head. They should think, oh my God, remember what they did to Alain in 2020? I better not think about it though. So they should do something to him. They should not kill him, not murder, not death penalty, nothing. But they should do something that's going to hurt more than death. He should be alive. I know he's going to be tormented for the rest of his life. His thoughts, his mind is going to kill him. For him to come out of the coma, for him to come out of the hospital and be healed and go home and still know that he killed somebody. No, baby. And to know that he killed somebody and that people are thinking about him. I want him to go through pain. Alright, so the video got to 1 hour. Thank you guys a lot for watching. I'm your girl Onana. Please don't go without subscribing. Just hit the red subscribe button below this video. On this space, we talk entertainment, we talk about recipes, and we do lifestyle. Thank you guys a lot for spending this few minutes with me. Thank you, my friend and sister Leah. Oh, Leah has a book, guys. Leah, I was saying I had to inbox you. I've been so busy. You see my life is messy with these kids running around. I had to inbox you to ask, who sells your book in the US? Who has your book? Who has copies of your book in the US? I need to buy a book. Guys, Leah is a musician. She sings gospel music and then she writes. You know, she's a very intelligent girl. I want to read from her because she has sharp brains. I like to pick her brain a bit through her book. So, Leah, who sells your book in the US? Let me know. Where can I order from? That's the conversation we're going to have inbox. I need to buy your book. Victor too has a book on finance. Victor is so savvy on finance and investment issues. I need to buy Victor's book too. Victor has a book on investments, on finance. He knows about trade and stocks and bonds and stuff like that. You guys should buy Victor's book as well. The copies just arrived. The US. Contact Mimi Zonenkwa Kwanyo for now. Alright, I'm going to contact her. I think I know this name from Facebook. I'm going to try to reach her, you know. Nath, expect a WhatsApp message from me for the choker necklace. Yeah. All right, Lulu, I'm here, girl. Just let me know. Just let me know whenever you're ready. I'm going to, yeah, we're going to talk. And then I have necklaces. I have so many things. You can even come and find many other things. I have to go live one of these days to show you guys the products I'm selling. I have these necklaces available, just $20. Victor, buy a necklace for your wife. You have a beautiful wife from my village. I love her. Buy a necklace for her. It's just $20. I have earrings and jewelry sets. This headband, I have the headband too. I haven't done my hair today. It's a quick thing to wear on your head on the days you've not done your head. When you're having a bad hair day or you're in a hurry, you can wear this. You can buy it for your wife, buy it for your girlfriends, buy it for your friends, buy it for your sister or whoever. I have so many things for sale, but the babies are making me like I don't have breathing space. I would have gone live on Facebook one of these days to show you guys my products and things I'm selling. I'll be posting details for universal distribution. All right, Leah, we'll be waiting for that. So thank you guys a lot for joining us, for hanging out with us. I have a couple of YouTuber friends here. It's Lulu TV, is my Cameroonian sister. She's here in Chicago. You guys can subscribe to her channel too to support each other. And Leah also has a YouTube channel. She's a gospel artist. Like I said earlier, she has beautiful songs to energize us, to build our faith, to sharpen our faith. You know, the Bible says iron sharpened iron. When you listen to people who are savvy about things they're talking about, people who are passionate about Christ, you know, it encourages you too. So you guys should subscribe to Leah's channel and you can get to see some of her videos. And who else joined us? Karine Favor. Excuse me, my mouth is watering because I'm hungry. Karine Favor is equally a YouTuber. You guys should subscribe to Karine Favor's channel. Victor VE Universe is also a YouTuber. Odile Yolan, she's not on YouTube, but that's my friend from University of Buea. Shinida AK is also a YouTuber. You guys can subscribe to Shinida AK's channel. She's a little Cameroonian girl in the US here with her family. She has an interesting channel too. Um, who else? Simply Josie, that's my friend. I like Josie. I like her family a lot. She has a beautiful daughter, Michaela, and another baby. And then she has a husband who thinks funny things like me. I like funny people, so that's my person. You guys should subscribe to Simply Josie's channel. I like her. I love her family. I think she's in Canada too. Comedy Lake, that's my friend. His name is Divine. He does comedy. And he also analyzes rap music and stuff like that. If you guys are into that, you can check his channel. Pearly Glow is also another YouTuber, but Pelly has been absent on YouTube for a while now, but you can still subscribe to her channel. She's going to come back soon, you know, making beautiful videos. Doris Nayo is my friend. Thank you, Doris, for joining us. I'm just saying thank you to everybody who joined, and then at the end of it all, we are going to end the video. Doris Nayo is my friend from the University of Buea. Who else do we have? I think it's just the same names repeating over and over. Plastic also joined. Hi to you, Plastic. Thanks for joining. All right, so that's about it. Thank you guys so much. Oh, Nana Nation, yes, reserve a pair for me, necklace and earrings. All right, Victor, I'm going to reserve a piece for you because I don't even have many, so anybody who wants it, you better reserve now so you can look good too. All right, I'm going to reserve a piece for you, Victor, and a piece for you, Lulu. Thank you guys a lot. And on that note, that's the end of today's video. If this is your first time on this channel, please subscribe and turn your bell notification on. So wherever I go live next, or whenever I upload a new video, you are definitely going to be informed about the video. So subscribe and turn your notification bell on. Thank you guys a lot for joining. Remember, murder should never come to your head. Suicide should never come to your mind. Manslaughter, voluntary manslaughter, you should never think about it. Homicide, you should never think about it. Killing people is not the solution. Whatever you're going through, you need to see a therapist. See the therapist. African people don't believe in therapy. Seeing a therapist is not a taboo. If you're hurt, go talk to a therapist. There's even free therapists in government hospitals. If you don't have insurance, there's free therapists. If you cannot pay for consultancy, go to the hospital for free. Go and tell the therapist what you're going through. Tell her what is going on in your life. They have solutions to all these problems. They have medications they'll give you. They have antidepressants. If you're facing depression, they have solutions for everything. If you need to consult. If you need to call and tell a friend. Murder is not the solution. Suicide is not the solution. Never you think of taking somebody's life. It's unacceptable on all levels, irrespective of what they've done to you. Never take somebody's life. Totally wrong. I can just sit here the whole day telling you how wrong it is, but you know, I have to go. Thank you guys a lot for joining, and our community is blessed. Amen. Our community is blessed. Our community is healed. We are going to heal together as a community. We are going to move from here, and this murders and this suicides has got to stop. Like, it makes me sick to my stomach. I'm just tired. I'm tired. As the more is happening, the more stupid people are getting ideas. The more is happening, the more evil people are getting ideas. So we have to stop all these things. All right, so where is my end button? I'm still looking for the end button. That's why you see me rambling and talking over and over again. I have to end the video now. Thank you guys so much for joining. You guys have been amazing. You guys have been incredible. See you guys next time. Goodbye.